call. Awake from your slumber and answer the call. One Eastern St. Thomas, one Mark Jefferson Golden, and one Rose. And at this time, comrades, I want to bring to you our next Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mark Jefferson Golden, a born Jamaican, a true Jamaican. His father did a lot for Jamaica in the 1950s. Coming up, let us welcome, give our party leader a big rousing round of applause.
Well, from them here, the voice
give him a fat welcome. Give him an Eastern St. Thomas welcome. Mark Jefferson Golden, the people of Eastern St. Thomas.
Yo, Mark Golden.
Yeah, man.
Mark Golden a step through, man. Make them know. Mark Golden, your heart this year. And what them a go do fi hold you? What do you mean? You come to win this era, not here for broke, God can't hold you, him can't hold you. Mark holding hot this era, and what them a go do fi hold you? What do you mean? You come to win this era, not here for broke, God can't hold you, him can't hold you. Mark holding your atmosphere, you come as if you win. One heap of them try fi test and get damage, tell them fi just back. Mark holding you come as if you win.
Pull up that. Pull it up, selector. Comrade Chairman of this divisional conference, Comrade Fenton Ferguson, 6-star general, my friend, a mentor, somebody for whom I have the deepest respect. Comrade Rosemary Shaw, one Rose. And may I tell you, Rose, in the last by-election, I see the work where you put in. I put in some too with you. And the Labourite them try hard and do all kind of things, don't? But them couldn't cross it. PNP stand up and we win Morant Bay Division. Comrade Rose became the councillor. Well positioned for what is to come. Comrade Lodge, enough respect, my brother, enough respect. And may God bless you and keep you and help you get through what you go through now. Yeah, man, because you have more in you to come. Respect. All of the other councillors and members of the executive who are here on the platform, all of the workers and warriors and the wonderful people of Bath, it is a great pleasure to be here, an honor for me to be here again. Let me tell you, Eastern St. Thomas is a critical constituency because for us to get where we need to be, we have to deliver Eastern St. Thomas. And I have full confidence in Rosemary Shaw, backed up by Dr. Fenton Ferguson, the 6-star general, and all of his army and her army, the Rose Shaw army, here in Eastern St. Thomas, that we will deliver the victory when that time comes. And comrades, it could be soon, we don't know. But the energy amongst the PNP in the country is strong right now. We are committed, we are determined, we have a vision and a mission, and we are going to cross it because it's time come for a better Jamaica. Comrades, the Member of Parliament in Eastern St. Thomas, I don't even want to say nothing about her. She is somebody who deserves to be badly beaten in the next election. Badly. She has no class. I asked Dr. Fenton Ferguson to represent me at the so-called opening of that center. And I chose him because of the fact that he has served so long as a leader of the constituency, winning it 6 times. and somebody who has been a minister of government, was my cabinet colleague, and I thought somebody who had the stature to represent at that occasion. And when I see how she disrespected him, totally out of order, totally uncalled for, unbecoming of somebody who calls herself a member of parliament, an absolute disgrace. Anyway, all she has done is stir up the hornet's nest, and she go and get the sting of her life when election day come. So, Comrade Rose, you and I work well together. And then, you know, anytime you ask, I always try and deliver. Because I like to support people who are putting in an effort and who I know are with the people, working with the people and putting in 100% of their capacity in the interest of the people. And Rose Shaw is doing that. So she will continue to have my full support. And comrades, I've heard about the gully. I've heard about the breakaway. I've heard about the community without water. So, enough of them, I hear that now, yeah, to multiply. But when the time comes and we are in government, and Eastern St. Thomas is in the winning column of the People's National Party again, you know, we will have to look out for those who looked out for us. And I will be working hard with Rose to make it happen. Comrades, we are at a time in this country when the people of Jamaica are anxious to see a change, a new Jamaica, a government in which the people can have trust and confidence. They are tired of all the scandals under this government. They are tired of situations where the government of Morocco, the Kingdom of Morocco, gifts fertilizer for the farmers of Jamaica who need help after the hurricane, and the cronies of this government take the fertilizer and are selling it to the farmers who are in distress. It's a disgrace. The people of Jamaica are looking on when they see the NWC refusing to attend and share test results for water testing at the KSAMC. And we even hear about Duns River and the minister responsible for water, instead of telling them to cut the nonsense and share the information in the interest of the people. Because you can't sweep things like water quality under the carpet. If there's an issue, it must be addressed transparently so people know what is going on. And the minister didn't adopt that posture. That is the type of governance this government is offering. And what about the drill? What about the medical drill? A drill which on the market costs 1/10 of what the government bought the drill from this company. A company where the majority shareholders are JLP MP. And he claims he's holding the shares in trust, but for who? The thing mix up. It don't smell right. There's something rotten in the state of Jamaica. And I'm calling the Auditor General and the Integrity Commission to look at it and scrutinize it very carefully, because the people of Jamaica are suffering in the healthcare system. There are so many pieces of equipment that need repair or to be replaced. And if you're buying equipment at very inflated prices, those resources are being misused, misappropriated, when they should be available to fix the things that are needing to be fixed in the hospitals and in the health centers. So many people can't have their elective surgeries done. Operating theater closed. AC not working. Elevator not working. CAT scan not available. Even at the Bustamante Children's Hospital, no CAT scan. May I tell you, time come, comrades. Time come. The people need change. That is why I have committed to putting ethics at the center of governance again. Upstanding government in the interest of the people. Government in which the people can have trust and confidence. We want to start a movement when we form government. We want it to be led by well-thinking Jamaicans. The churches, thank you. The churches, civil society organizations, academia, to try and bring back love into the society, bring back decency, bring back caring, bring back the values and attitudes that Jamaica used to be known for, but now under this government where the head of the stream is so rotten, we have lost our way and we have to restore it. And comrades, I will support the Integrity Commission as an institution. I was the architect of it. It was under my watch as Minister of Government under Portia Sinsemilla, where we designed the Integrity Commission to bring together the different anti-corruption bodies in the country into one and give them prosecutorial powers and the ability to receive and share information with other agencies of government where they hadn't had that ability before. And this government is trying its best to undermine the Integrity Commission. Even the Prime Minister, who is under investigation for illicit enrichment, and that matter has had to be referred by the Integrity Commission to the Financial Investigations Division that investigates financial crimes in the country, and Tax Administration Jamaica, responsible for tax collection in the country. Even the Prime Minister is trying to bring litigation in court to take away the legal basis upon which the Integrity Commission is founded and to eliminate the very offense for which he is being investigated, illicit enrichment, a serious corruption offense. This is not something that Jamaica can stand for. The Jamaican people have to stand up and put an end to this. We cannot have a government where the head of the stream has this cloud hanging over it. It's not a good look for us. People are watching at home and abroad. The Jamaican people must stand up for what is right. In the same way that we had to stand up against the states of emergency which were being abused by this government. They were using the states of emergency like a policing tool. When the states of emergency are in the Constitution for extreme situations where the very existence of the democratic order of the country is under threat. That is why prior to this government coming into power, it had only been very sparingly used, twice or three times since independence. And under this government, they used it over 20 times in a few years. And it wasn't working, because as they pressure one area with a state of emergency, the bad man them run gone to and target the wrongdoers, the serious violence producers in the country, and try and get crime down through holding them accountable. And why we fully support body-worn cameras, because we know that there needs to be the protection of the citizen and the police when they're going on these dangerous missions. We support the policing which focuses on crime in that way, and we're seeing the results now. And that's why I commend the Commissioner of Police and the police generally for the excellent work being done in that regard. If it wasn't for the People's National Party, they'd have been continuing with the failing policy of the state of emergency. And the Court of Jamaica, the Constitutional Court, has ruled in our favor and said that all of those states of emergency that they impose are null and void and unconstitutional. And I say, thank God for the People's National Party to stand up and defend the rights of the Jamaican people, our fundamental rights and freedoms. Comrades, we are going to enter government with some important policies to try and address some of the critical issues facing the country. We know, for example, in the education system, that we have a situation in which over 30%, over 3 out of 10 of our primary school students leaving primary school and entering secondary school cannot read and write, cannot do basic arithmetic. We can't build a nation like that. When they enter secondary school without the basics, they're at a huge disadvantage. Many of them end up leaving school without any subjects, and their prospects are not what they should be. And it's not that they're not bright and capable, but they never got the necessary inputs and support from early in life coming right through. And now, I am saying, time come to focus on fixing that problem. Focusing on early childhood development and primary school education. Dealing with the issue of non-attendance of school, absenteeism from school. We have high levels of absenteeism from school. Why is that? Because parents are struggling. They can't afford lunch money, or they can't afford the high transportation costs to send children to school and bring them home. That is why the People's National Party under my government is committed to ensuring that all needy students get at least one hot, nutritious meal a day at school, whether it be primary school or secondary school. The People's National Party will ensure that when they go to school, they won't be hungry. And that is why we are going to introduce the RIDE program, a subsidy for those rural families who need help with the transportation costs. And we've matched it out and we figured out how we can afford it. And we're going to start with 20,000 families across Jamaica, and we intend to increase it over time so that we have, until there's a proper rural bus service in place to deal with the matter. Comrades, I have a note here about Nawain Daly, that we must protect him. There's a threat on his life because he's working hard for the People's National Party in the Morant Bay Division. So we are appealing for his protection, and also for us comrades to surround him and keep him close in our hearts, Nawain Daly. Let them not harm a hair on that young man. No victimization. This is a free country. This is a democratic country. Buster and Daddy man, they never go on so. And we must deal with the politics in a decent way and let the people choose who they want. Comrades, we also have a very important policy initiative, a plan that we call the First in Family Plan. And the First in Family Plan is a plan that says, first of all, the reason for it is this. Many families, low-income families, find it difficult to pay the fees to go to university or college for a child in the family. And many of the children are afraid even of the Student Loan Bureau because they don't know if they're going to get a good job after they finish, and they don't want to be under pressure. So the first thing we're going to do with the First in Family is to say, if you come from a family where you are the first member of your family to attend university or college, and you qualify to enter that college or university, the government of Jamaica under the People's National Party will give you a full scholarship to attend university. Because we know that that child, when they get that break and get their degree, will help to uplift the rest of the family and take them out of this intergenerational poverty situation. And for the Student Loan Bureau, we are saying to the children, to the students, you don't have to fret, because under our People's National Party government, we will give you an amnesty if you've fallen into difficulties, so that you can bring your principal payments current without having to pay in the arrears, interest, and penalties. And going forward, we will cap your monthly payment for all borrowers from the Student Loan Bureau at a manageable percentage of your income, so that you don't have to fret about your ability to service a loan. And if you're go through a hard time and you're unemployed, we will suspend your payments during that period without penalties and tack those payments at the back end of your loan until you find your way back on your feet. Because we want children from low-income families, poor people, not to worry about investing in their education. This is why it is important to support our party in the next general election. Also, when it comes to housing, the government talk about a boom in housing. But the houses that they have been building are houses that are way out of reach for ordinary Jamaican people. Houses costing well over 20 million, 30 million and up. The National Housing Trust has lost its way. For the 9 years that they have been in office, going 10, every year they have taken $11.4 billion out of the National Housing Trust. to help fund the national budget when they're talking about no new taxes. And comrades, we are going to put an end to that. We are going to restore the National Housing Trust to its true mission and purpose. It was established by Michael Joshua Manley to provide affordable housing for the people of Jamaica. And we intend to build 50,000 houses in our first 5 years in office across Jamaica. And we are going to take public lands that are not suitable for agriculture and ensure that the housing trust can build houses on them. And when we make those houses available for sale, we're not going to charge the people the value of the land. So they will get a better price for the land. And there'll be more affordable housing for them. And for youngsters up to 35 who struggle to find a deposit to pay down on the house for the first-time buyers, we will establish a $1 billion fund, $1 billion per year within the housing trust, using the housing trust resources. And they will get a grant of $500,000 to help them to purchase their house, as long as they're a contributor to the National Housing Trust. And I've been throwing the housing trust for at least 2 years. And we have an idea called rent to own. And rent to own is when you're employed, but you don't have a pay slip because you're not formally employed. And you don't have a pay slip, but you make your money still. And you want to qualify for a mortgage loan from the NHT, but you're not eligible because you can't prove your income because you don't have a pay slip. You might be hustling, you might be farming, you might be doing anything that is earning money, even informally employed, but you don't have an official pay slip. And we will allow you to go into the house as a tenant. And as long as your payments are on time for 6 months or so, and you show your ability to pay, we will treat that as proof of income. And you can draw down on your mortgage loan and step up from being a tenant to becoming an owner of your house and get your own door key. And for the farmers of Jamaica, we have a new deal for you. We will be establishing the Agricultural Development Fund. And it is needed because right now, the farmers of this country struggle. They struggle to afford fertilizer. It is so expensive. They can't get access to loans to do their business as farmers. Storage facilities are inadequate. Farm roads are in poor condition. And we've seen what the Tourism Enhancement Fund has done for tourism. And tourism has become the #1 industry in the country. But food security is very important. Right now, the United Nations did a study that shows that 55% of Jamaicans, that's over half of us, are suffering from moderate to severe food insecurity. 55%. What does that mean, food insecurity? It means you're not eating enough food, or the food you're eating is not nutritious, so you're getting sick from various diseases. Malnutrition, is hypertension, diabetes, all of those things. So we have to step up the agriculture. Jamaica is blessed with some of the best crops, best produce, best ginger, best yam, green banana, ginger, and good ganja too. That I decriminalize under Portia similar, so you can't be arrested for having a spliff or a chalice or a little draw weed. And you don't get no criminal record for those things. Well, we want to ensure that the small farmers get to participate in the legal industry so them can make money and police can harass them over it. So agriculture is a critical thing, and the Agricultural Development Fund, we're going to take a little piece of the existing import duties and stamp duties on imported foods, because Jamaica is importing far more food now than when we're in government. We used to produce it here, now it's being imported. Nearly double the imports from when we were there. We're going to take some of a little small piece of that and put it in the Agricultural Development Fund so that it can support the small farmers, support them with farm roads, support them with loans through the PC banks, support them with storage facilities, and also help them with the fertilizer and other inputs so that they can produce and we can stop having to import so much of the food and we can become more food secure instead of food insecure. Because my command they tell we have to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. Yeah, man. So, comrades, these are some of the plans that we have to take Jamaica to a better place. We have a good team. You have a leader that will ensure no toleration for hanky-panky. Because Jamaica is fed up with a government where the head of the stream is rotten. And because what comes from the head of the stream, downstream is rotten also. Huh? Oh, a B. Yeah, man, I'm not stigma, man. Yeah, man. So, comrades, I say all of these things to say to you tonight. For us to get to deliver these programs for the people of Jamaica, for the school children, for the farmers, to implement better healthcare system, focusing on screening so we don't have so many people getting cancer not knowing that they have it until it's too late to do anything about it. Being diabetic and they don't know. Being hypertensive and they don't know. Managing those things early by screening to reduce the cost to them and to the health system of treating them, because when you get the things done early, it's a much easier way to treat them. And ensuring that there's proper maintenance of our hospital equipment. And ensuring that each parish has an urgent care center so that if you're in an accident, you can have your life saved there. And when you're stabilized, you can be moved afterwards to a full hospital. These are things that the people of Jamaica need. And they need a PNP government to deliver these things for the people. And for that to happen, what has to happen? For that to happen, what has to happen in Eastern St. Thomas? What has to happen in relation to that lady right there, so that comrade, one Rose? We have to deliver Rose Shaw so we can deliver Marky G and we can deliver a better Jamaica. Are you ready for it, comrades? Are you ready for the journey? Are you ready for the victory? Power to the people, I say. Power to the people. God bless you, comrades. One love. The word is love.
Everybody wave on the right hand. Put up your feet. Hey, Marky G, we don't know, so none of them not like me. See them all hype up, but that's still not spite me. Holding a cut and got you because I love in our heart. And none of them care. Hey, Marky G, me don't know, so none of them not like me. So me I go stand up with them face it all me Nike. Make them know what we buy with things that we no listen all fall. And none of them care. Hey, Marky G, now watch no face. We don't try the case, tell them, them can't.
Let me hear you say power one more time. One Marky G, come on. One Marky G. All right, put your hands together one more time for your Prime Minister in waiting. Come on, clap your hands, comrades, for your Prime Minister in waiting. That was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful presentation, wasn't it? Did you hear anything that you want to hear? All right. For those who are farmers, you hear that things are coming for you to benefit from, and other persons. Water. One Rose are going to win. Come on, let me hear you say one Rose. All right, all right. Clap your hands one more time for all the presentations, for our councillors, and our MP in waiting and our Prime Minister in waiting. We are in a good position, so we are on our way to Garden House. Are you ready to go up Garden House? All right. Please stand with me at this time. All right, after 3 we are going to sing the trumpet. One verse of a trumpet. 1, 2, 3. The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all. Awake from your slumber and answer the call. The torch has been lighted, the dawn is at hand. Who joins in the fight for his own native land? Land of my birth, I pledge to be loyal, faithful, true.